All right, y'all. What's good with y'all, man? It's crunch time. Hit the like as you guys joining into the situation, man. And got some news for you guys, man. You guys can do with this information whatever you're going to do with it. But I got to break it to you guys that Mcafee interview with LeBron James, it was fake. It was scripted. It was planned out. And it was strategically done in order to spread narratives, which is what LeBron James is basically doing as of late with the Mind the Game podcast and everything else he got going on, man. The whole point is to change the narrative and just, create a false image, man, and push more lies and agendas. That's the main thing. It's the agenda behind it. Because remember, this came out when LeBron was beefing with Stephen A. Smith, so he goes and do an interview with Pat McAfee, who we all know that Pat McAfee and Stephen A. Smith had beef a while back. So, it's perfectly done, strategically done. But what I have right here for you guys, man, is proof. Nah, Marcus, this ain't cat, bro. This is proof that it was fake and scripted. And Pat McAfee doesn't even really believe anything that LeBron James says out his mouth. And it's proof that Pat McAfee was probably told to do that interview. Said he probably didn't have a choice. ESPN probably came to him and said, yeah, you're going to have to do this interview, line it up, set it up. He'll be here tomorrow. He like, all right. So, but I have proof of this, though. That's the thing. I have evidence. And the evidence that I have is going to prove that Pat McAfee doesn't even like LeBron James. But he was up there acting like he does like him. For what is the question? The question is for what? Because when I play for y'all this evidence, y'all gonna be scratching y'all head like, hold on, so if that's the case, why you was sitting up there saying you love him and you always was following him and you love him? You know what I'm saying? Glazing him on the interview. Because listen to what he said a couple years back. This is why I told y'all, you cannot believe anything you hear on TV. Listen to this, right? This is Pat McAfee verbatim.
With him. I am done with him. That guy stinks, by the way. I am done with him.
LeBron?
I'm done with him.
Well, you didn't like his antics last night?
Everything.
Hold on. He said everything. He doesn't like him.
I am done with him.
LeBron?
I'm done with him.
Well, you didn't like his antics last night?
Everything. But he went to Los Angeles and he's become very difficult to like. He's become a very difficult person to like. I was a diehard LeBron James fan.
Yeah.
Since high school. I watched him in high school. He came in, played against the Pennsylvania All-Stars just as high school, and he dunked from the foul line on some little white kid from my high school.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that guy's really good at basketball. I like that guy.
Yeah.
Had a shoe deal, was driving a Hummer, the whole thing. Went to Cleveland, then he went to Miami, back to Cleveland. But this year, he got his guy. He's got Anthony Davis. He's got his guy. He's got a team, got a new coach. Then he tries to copyright Taco Tuesday.
Come on.
Then the China stuff, which just makes him look like an absolute buffoon. Then he starts yelling during the national anthem.
Yeah, they got the video of him yelling and screaming while the person is trying to sing the anthem.
National anthem. And then they lose. It's just like Bron. This was not a game that you could do after everything you've done the last couple months that have made it very difficult to like you. You've become a person, though, that is tough to like. Yeah. Very difficult to like.
So basically, he doesn't like him.
Dicks.
He doesn't like him. Right? This is a couple years back. He said he does not. He basically said, you're a person that's tough to like. I'm done with LeBron James. They said, wow, because of this. He said everything. Right?
6 years later.
Basketball, obviously.
Right, and then 6 years later, now he has an interview. So I'm just telling y'all, man. A dude like Pat McAfee, I believe him when he said he didn't like LeBron James. Hold on.
I am done with him. That guy stinks, by the way. I am done with him.
LeBron?
I'm done with him.
Well, you didn't like his antics last night?
I did everything.
Everything. He said that guy stinks. So the question is, why all of a sudden are you doing an interview with somebody that you don't like? He didn't say this during the second interview. Interview with LeBron James. He didn't say none of this. And it's just like, you have to ask yourself why. It's because it was a fake interview. It was a scripted interview in order to help push more agendas, man. That's all. That's it. That's all. That's literally it. You know what I'm saying? Again, bro, I believe Pat McAfee. He said, this guy stinks. I'm done with him. He doesn't like him. He's become hard to like. And I'm just sitting here trying to show you guys, man. This is buffoonery. You said Pat on Clutch payroll now. Yep, you probably getting paid by Clutch Sports, getting paid by ESPN now, and all this stuff, man. This is how he really feels about LeBron James. This is how he honestly feels about him, dog. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about this, man. Disgusting work. Disgusting work. All this stuff coming out. And then we still got to talk about what Rich Paul said about Chris Bosh. We doing that next. These people are disgusting, bro. All narrative, bro. No basketball talk. No facts. No love. No integrity. You know, just straight narrative and agenda pushing. You know, it's disgusting. You said Crunch, you on YouTube? Yeah, bro, I'm on YouTube at Crunch Time TV. The link should be in my bio right there on TikTok. But man, it's just brutally disgusting, bro.
I am done with him. That guy stinks, by the way. I am done with him.
Who, LeBron?
I'm done with him.
Well, you didn't like his antics last night?
I did everything. But he went to Los Angeles and he's become very...
Bro, this thing. Oh my gosh, fam. Listen, bro. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this, bro. I can't believe this, bro. They got us all fooled, bro. He said, I want to see you argue with Gil. Gil don't want no smoke with me, man. None of them guys really want their actual smoke. Because all I deal with is factual information only. That's the only thing I deal with. You know what I'm saying? He said, I keep playing it. Yo, I got to keep playing it. Bro, I can't believe this. I thought Pat McAfee loved this man based on that interview. Now he's saying he's become hard to like. I mean, this is before the interview, though. Right? You said, where's the proof? It's right here. This is because this video was about 5 or 6 years ago. When he said he does not like LeBron James, he's become hard to like. He said he's done with him. He said that guy stinks. But then all of a sudden, you all smiling in his face on the interview a couple years later. So everything on that interview is fake. Am I right or am I right? Am I right, Gilbert? That means everything on that interview is fake. Because on the interview, you were sitting there smiling in his face, said you love him, and basically propping him up. Well, in this video a couple years ago, you was bringing him down. You know what I mean? You bring him down. I don't believe it. I don't believe the interview, bro. I'm sorry. And then on top of that, LeBron was sitting there lying the whole interview. We already got that on tape. We just exposed that. He was sitting there lying the entire interview. He said he was in the bottom half of free throws. He said over the past 5 or 6 years, he's been in the bottom half of free throw attempts per game. That was a bold-faced lie. Bro in the comments said the difference is now he works for ESPN. Exactly. Now that you got the contract from ESPN, who ESPN is in there, basically in their their policy to praise LeBron James. Now you can only praise LeBron James. Only. That's the only thing you can do when you talk about LeBron James. So now what they do is come to him and say, we're going to make you do an interview with LeBron James. You know I don't like this, man. Well, you got to do it because he's beefing with Stephen A. So we need to have him do an interview with you. You know, that'll make Stephen A. Smith look even worse because Stephen A. can never get a one-on-one with LeBron James. And then we was going to have LeBron James sit there and lie the whole interview. You said, and you get all this information from where? Well, y'all just now pulling up to the video. The information is right here from Pat McAfee. He said he does not like LeBron James. He said he was done with him. So if you done with him, why are you doing an interview with him?
I am done with him. That guy stinks, by the way. I am done with him.
LeBron?
I'm done with him.
Well, you didn't like his antics last night?
I just everything.
Everything.
But he went to Los Angeles and he's become very difficult to like.
Everything. You said that was how long ago? That's my point. It was before the interview. Duh. That's my point. Do you not know how to connect the dots? Is you illiterate? You can't read between the lines? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nas.
I'm a very difficult person to like.
He said he become a very difficult person to like.
Went to Cleveland, then he went to Miami, back to Cleveland. I was a diehard LeBron James fan.
Yeah.
Since high school. I watched him in high school. He came in, played against the Pennsylvania All-Stars just as high school. And he dunked.
You say you just joined. Listen, I'm going to restart the video one more time for everybody that just joined. The reason why the interview with Pat McAfee and LeBron James was fake and scripted is because Pat McAfee was sitting there acting like he likes LeBron James when he really does not like him. He does not like LeBron. He said he's done with LeBron. Right? He said he's done with this man. He stinks. He's become a hard person to like. And he explained it a couple years ago, just a video of him saying it. And then what I'm saying is then he signed to ESPN, got the contract from ESPN. Now all of a sudden you like him. You know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden you're doing an interview with him because ESPN told you to do it.
I am done with him. That guy stinks, by the way. I am done with him.
LeBron?
I'm done with him.
Well, you didn't like his antics last night?
Everything.
He said everything about him. I don't like him. I'm done with him.
He went to Los Angeles and he's become very difficult to like. He's become a very difficult person to like.
This is facts. This is cold, hard, unadulterated facts. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, bro? You said LeBron's become more likable within the last 5 years. What people thinking? Oh, so you saying LeBron has become more likable? Okay, you said unlikable. Right, he's become even more unlikable in the 5 years. Right? Because since then, since the last 5 years, since then, what'd he do? Trade the whole team to win a championship. Bring over Russell Westbrook. Then, when it doesn't work out with Russell Westbrook because you was drinking wine and not playing in all of the games, telling AD to come out, to sit out the games with you. Y'all blame the whole thing on Russell Westbrook. Ruin his whole legacy. Let everybody call him Westbrook and talk trash about him. Didn't do nothing about it. Missed the playoffs with Russell Westbrook and them. Then, what you do? You trade Anthony Davis. So now when you trade Anthony Davis, it made it look like all of the times when y'all lost to the Nuggets, it make it seem like it was his fault. Right? It make it seem like y'all losing all these past couple years, you trade him to make it seem like it was his fault. Right? You said that was Pelinka's move, and you said now you're just talking. Well, the thing is, you got to understand that Marcus Morris just came out and said that LeBron asked for Markieff Morris to be involved in the deal. So how you ask for somebody to be involved in the deal and you claim you didn't know about the deal? Like, come on, y'all. Come on, man. It's the big 2025. Think. You don't have to believe stuff. Like, bro, it's okay. They're not gonna come get you. You don't gotta let people insult your intelligence. How are you gonna ask for somebody to be involved in the deal? Oh yeah, when y'all do that trade for Luke and AD, make sure you bring over make sure Mcafee is in that deal. And then turn around and say you didn't know about the deal? And y'all just go for that? Y'all just go for it. That's like your wife tell you, oh, I just tripped and fell and landed on his nuts. Okay, baby, I believe you. That sounds like it makes sense. You're right. You tripped and fell. Yeah. You tripped and fell. He smashed you 40 times. Yeah. I get it. You don't have to go for a blatant lie, bro. You're not dumb. Y'all are intelligent grown men. So, again, what else has he done since then? Traded him for, bro, all the stuff he done. But again, bro, I just want to let everybody know coming in that the reason why the interview with Pat McAfee is scripted is because a video surfaced of him a couple years back before he worked for ESPN talking about how he hate this man LeBron James and he don't like him. He stinks and he it has become very difficult to like. Then a couple years later, now all of a sudden you on ESPN got the big fat contract. Now you're doing an interview with LeBron praising him, talking about you love him. This is nonsense, bro. And then on top of that, LeBron sitting there lying during the interview, which proves that they did the interview in order to push agendas. Y'all got to literally open up your third eye. What is there to see? Did you see Rich Paul say that he wasn't a super team? Yes, bro. This is all LeBron do. The only reason LeBron is doing these interviews and podcasts is literally to push narratives and rewrite history. He don't even care about basketball. He don't even care about basketball, bro. He just want to push narratives. Right? So now Rich Paul doing the same thing. We're going to talk about that next, about what he did to Chris Bosh, man. That shit is just, it's disgusting, bro. You say, y'all funny? No, I'm dead serious. LeBron don't care about basketball. He said it himself. He said it's just basketball. LeBron don't care about basketball, man. LeBron don't care about this shit, man. He don't love the game, man. LeBron doesn't love the game. He just minds the game. That's why he named his podcast Mind the Game. That's why he had the little documentary, the little movie when he came out, More Than a Game. He don't care about the game. Wait, we mind the game. What the does that mean? You mind the game. What does that mean, yo? Somebody tell me what that mean. Have they broken that down? Have they broken that down on the podcast and told people what that mean? No, he don't love the game, bro. He ain't Mitch. Somebody tell me, what does mind the game mean? Exactly, bro. Exactly. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what the hell this man be talking about, bro. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this, man. I cannot believe this disgusting nature of the beast. You know what I mean? This man said, mind the game. What? Oh, brother. You know what I'm saying? You say you love talking about LeBron. You can't talk about nothing else I see. Well, every time I talk about LeBron, you pull up. When I talk about other stuff, you don't pull up. That means you the one that love LeBron. We talk about other stuff all the time. We just did a whole stream last night talking about goddamn... You know all the stuff we was talking about last night? We was talking about top 10 movies, shows. We've been doing all that. Where do you be at? Y'all only pull up when it's about LeBron. That's on y'all. That's y'all fault. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Right? That shows who really is addicted to LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? He said, how was the interview scripted? Bro, Pat McAfee doesn't like LeBron. And in that interview, he was acting like he liked LeBron James, bro. We already got the proof. I don't even got to play it again, bro. The man does not like LeBron James, and the proof came out from years ago. So why are you sitting here acting like you like him? It's because you got paid by ESPN, and ESPN told you in your contract that we gave you millions of dollars, so you're going to do this interview with LeBron James. Like I said, that's what they told him. You're going to do the interview. Oh, you're going to do the interview. We don't care about you not liking him. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't like LeBron, you know? Well, we don't give a fuck, man. You're going to do the interview. Because we gave you $100 million. That's called scripted. And then when LeBron pulls up, he going to sit there and tell his lies, and you going to air it. That's what you going to do. Straight up. That's how it goes in this business, man. You know what I mean? You said, or maybe because an all-time great came on the show. No, bro, because it's not a coincidence that he went on the show with Pat McAfee at the same time he started beefing with Stephen A. Smith. That's not a coincidence. And remember, the whole thing about Pat McAfee and Stephen A. Smith was they was beefing about getting the highest contract at ESPN. So now it's just further discredits Stephen A. Smith and make him look bad because LeBron chose to do the interview with him over Stephen A. Smith. Right? But listen, bro. Everybody can't wake up, man. Everybody not gonna wake up. Everybody. That's DA. Hey, what's up, DA?
Dog. Why? Now, Crunch. I'm not throwing. I don't play the color thing, but I want to know why LeBron don't go on Gil's Arena, and because Gil he one of LeBron's greatest cappers on TV, right? He don't go on his show. He don't go on Draymond Green show, another capper for LeBron. He don't go on
Yep.
the night clap. Notice I said night clap with Shannon Sharp. He is the biggest LeBron twerker in the universe. He don't go on his show. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure this out. Like, bro, your biggest supporters, you don't go on their show, right? But you will go on everybody else's show. You bro, I'm thinking about this. How long he been capping? Shannon Sharp been capping for LeBron, and LeBron went on the Kelsey Brothers podcast, but you can't go support Shannon Sharp.
Bro,
Wait,
that's
what?
crazy. That's
What?
crazy, bro. That's sick.
I'm
That's
like,
sick.
I'm like, hey, Crush, check it out though. It's like, bro, he going on shows with dudes who don't even cap for him. But yet the
Right.
dudes who do all that twerking and capping, you don't even attempt to go on their show. You don't bring
You
them
don't
on your
even.
mind to blame. I'm like, wait, what? What? But hold on,
And it's
but Crunch,
crazy.
hey, but
Yeah,
Crunch,
go ahead.
remember, if we say this, we hating on a black man. Okay, well, why he not supporting them black men?
Right.
Boy, we gonna have to put that ether on, boy.
And it's crazy. Like now, like I might be thinking a little bit into it, but they be having that debate about Travis Kelce and Shannon Sharp on who the greatest tight end. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, you can't even like. It's like we already know that narratives can get like. I feel as though he pushed narratives when he go on these shows. So if you go on Shannon Sharp show and say, "Yeah, man, I think you're the greatest tight end of all time," that can end that whole debate right there. Now you got more people saying, "Yeah, yo, Travis Kelce," just you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It's like I feel as though he's strategic with everything he be doing, bro.
Hey, but Crunch, this what I don't get, right? Why you not going on? Yeah, like why you don't get involved with the Shannon Sharp and Travis Kelsey? Hold on, ain't Shannon Sharp undefeated in the Super Bowl, just like Michael Jordan undefeated in the final? Uh oh.
Oh,
Uh oh.
oh, oh.
But
So
I'm
yeah,
just,
if he
I'm
do
just,
that, it's gonna go more towards Mike.
I'm just trying to make it make sense, man. Because I'm kind of like, damn, all these dudes will get out here and twerk it up for LeBron, but you don't go support their platform. But you will go to the Kelsey brothers. You will go to what's his name, Pat McAfee, and yeah, you'll make your presence on all these other networks. You'll bring
And yeah,
Steve
look,
Nash on there.
it's crazy because soon as somebody say something bad about LeBron, that's not one of them. No, then he unfollowing them and disowning them. If you say one thing that you don't agree with LeBron about, he gonna disown you and block you off of social media, and act like he don't like you. But then Pat McAfee can say all this stuff bad about him, and then you still go to do an interview with him.
I
Let that
mean,
have been somebody like Shannon Sharp, somebody in the NBA, like a brother. He'd have been like a brother. He'd have been he'd have disowned him.
yeah, I'm just saying, like, I'm like, well, damn, when we gonna see LeBron on the night clap in Gil's Arena and the Draymond Green show? Like what? Like these your biggest supporters and the Draymond Green show? Like what? Like these your biggest supporters and you? Like, wait a minute,
He'll
I'm
never
I'm,
pull up.
I'm scratching my head. Like you don't go help him out, but you'll go help these other boy.
Crazy, bro.
I just thought about it though. I was like, I've yet to see this man go any other brother show. But see, Crunch, remember, if we point this out, we hating, but he not hating.
Nah,
Oh,
right, right.
okay.
Man, that's crazy, bro. That's a good point, man. Hey,
I'm gonna have
who
What
back?
up,
What you
man?
got, man?
What
somebody in the
happened?
play.
What I got in the playoffs? You said what?
What'd you ask me?
No, I was just saying what you got. Think.
For the playoffs, nigga? I got.
No, I'm just saying that.
Oh, about
What you
this
think
shit?
about LeBron? Yeah, about this, man. We going in.
Oh yeah, that shit funny. I mean, shit. He'll probably go on Joe Rogan. He'll
He
probably
said
go on
funny.
Joe Rogan before he go on Shannon Sharp shit.
Oh yeah. He probably going Joe Rogan next.
Yeah, on God, he'll go anywhere else, but what the fuck? It shit matter.
Nah,